gentlemen, the doors will close in 10 minutes. Once again, the doors will close in 10 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, the doors will close in 10 minutes. Once again, the doors will close in 10 minutes. Please make your final trip to the restrooms and to the bar. Once again, the doors will close in 10 minutes. Sully's here. Ladies and gentlemen, the doors will close in 1 minute and the lights will go out. Once again, the doors will close in 1 minute and the lights will go out. Ladies and gentlemen, could you find a seat, please? Ladies and gentlemen, would you find your way to a seat, please? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 63rd Annual Ball for the Carnival Association of Long Beach. We invite each of you to come to Long Beach tomorrow. We're praying for good rain for our annual Mardi Gras parade, the 53rd Annual Parade, which will begin at 6 p.m. We now ask you to please stand. We will observe a moment of silence to remember those who have gone before us and who helped make the Carnival Association what it is today. Once again, please stand for a moment of silence. Thank you. Presenting tonight's colors are members from Boy Scout Troop number 205. Tobin Loftus is the senior patrol leader. Matthew Kruk, the assistant senior patrol leader. Sean Loftus, the first class scout. And Eli Hemel, second class scout. The adult leaders are Mike Kruk, Scoutmaster, and Jeff Loftus, Assistant Scoutmaster. Tonight's national anthem will be performed by Michael Wilson. Sully is the son of a two-time CALB page, Amy Spears, and is thrilled to be singing the national anthem in honor of his 5 relatives who have reigned as either CALB royalty, including his great-grandmother, Grand Duchess 1985, Alice Karuba.
So say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Sully. You may be seated. We proudly present the officers and chairs of the Carnival Association of Long Beach. Our membership chairwoman, Phyllis Seal. Our parade chairman, Eddie Seal. St. Vincent de Paul principal, Carol Church. Our ball director, Maureen Sheets. Our historian, Becky Berry. Our float chairman, Tammy Morosco. Our parliamentarian, Angie Johnson. Our treasurer, Billy Seal. Our secretary, Kelly Griffin. Our past president, Jennifer Glenn. Our vice president, Mary Louise Glass. And it has been my honor and privilege to serve as the last 4 years as your president of the Carnival. Once again, give these folks a big round of applause. We also recognize our past royalty in attendance tonight. Queen Rosalie 2005, Maureen Sheets. King Scott the 35th, Mr. David DeLorenzo. Queen Rosalie 2019, Miss Kelly Griffin. King Scott the 55th, Mr. Ben DeLorenzo. Queen Rosalie 2012, Miss Heather Laverne. Queen Rosalie 2013, Margaret Levins. Queen Rosalie 2003, Mary Levins. Queen Rosalie 2010, Joe Marie LeBlanc. Folks, y'all can come forward if you'd like. I need y'all to come forward. Be seen. Be seen. King Scott from 1994, Mr. Bobby Bates. Queen Rosalie from 1989, Miss Jackie Bates. Grand Duchess 1997, Mary Ann Becknell. King Scott 1997, Jerry Dubuisson, the Deacon. King Scott 2012, Dr. David Reeves. King Scott 1993, Mr. Earl Evans. Queen Rosalie 2016, Miss Angie Johnson. King Scott 2005 and 6, Mr. Elvis Gates. Queen Rosalie 2018, Linda Frost. My Queen 2009, Miss Lee Seal. Johnny Favre, King Scott 2010. Big round of applause for, and I served as King Scott 2009 to 48. Big round of applause for everybody. Oh, Chris Boudreaux, you didn't sign in. Chris Boudreaux, where are you? King Licks. Can't forget Licks. King Licks, come on, Licks. I announced you. Oh, I'm sorry, Bobby Bates was 84. He just aged himself 10 years. Big round of applause for all of our past royalty in attendance tonight. Once a queen, always a queen. Kings or has-beens. Thank you. Go ahead and take your seats, please. And ladies and gentlemen, we have been notified that we have very esteemed royalty in the house tonight. Representing St. Vincent de Paul School, the King and Queen of Rex, King Tucker Sandage and Queen Ren Gaddy. The King of Rex, Tucker Sandage and Queen Ren Gaddy. Big round of applause for our King and Queen of Rex, folks. Ren is the daughter of Anna Gaddy and Trey Gaddy. She is a kindergartner here at St. Vincent de Paul School, where she has humbly served as a pledge leader for the morning prayer and pledge, and one of the lucky kindergarten students selected to participate in the accelerated reader program. Ren is fortunate to share her Catholic faith and education with her younger brother, Cade, who also attends St. Vincent School. She has developed an admiration for math, and she enjoys to her benefit as times such as convincing her brother that he can have 5 pennies more and she will keep 1 quarter so he can have more. The King of Rex is Tucker Sandage. Tucker is the son of Tyler and Lauren Sandage and attends kindergarten here at St. Vincent de Paul Catholic School. Tucker is the Renaissance man, as all kings should be. Not only is he an avid hunter and fisherman, but at a young age of 6, he's pretty impressive with a set of golf clubs. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, our King and Queen of Rex, Mr. Tucker Sandage and Queen Ren Gaddy. Folks, this is why we do what we do right here. Congratulations, King Tucker and Queen Ren. Y'all got to sit at some point, buddy. That's what you call hamming it up, folks. We now travel from the nearby banks of the Mississippi River to the bank of the ancient Nile, where the history is long and deep, from the Valley of the Kings to the pyramids of Giza. Tonight, we take a look through the pages of history to learn more about that ancient line of royalty and the gods they revered. We take you tonight on an Egyptian Odyssey. We start with the Queen of the Nile, the woman who ruled Egypt and influenced Roman politics by romancing both Julius Caesar and Mark Antony. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my high honor to present to you our ball captain, the original femme fatale, our Cleopatra, our very own Miss Tara Melionis. We love our Miss Tara Melionis. Congratulations, Miss Tara. Once again, our beautiful Cleopatra, Miss Tara Melionis. For years, Miss Tara has been responsible for most of the decorations you see here tonight. It is our privilege and honor to welcome you tonight, Miss Tara, as our ball captain. We love you. Last year, our reigning royalty stepped into the spotlight to receive accolades for a job well done. Tonight, they again share the spotlight for a farewell appearance as they relinquish their crowns and scepters, but they will be remembered for what they have done for the children at St. Vincent School. Ladies and gentlemen, our reigning royalty, King Scott the 62nd, Melvin Ray, and Queen Rosalie 2022, Miss Lynn Mulheron. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, King Scott the 62nd, Mr. Melvin Ray, and Queen Rosalie 2022, Lynn Mulherron. Tonight, we journey to the land of the Sphinx, the Valley of the Kings, and the ancient city of Giza, where the gods determined everything from when the sun rose to who rose to power. We start with the father of all creation, Ra, the sun god, and with him the sky goddess and divine mother who gave Egypt the Nile River. Representing Ra and Mott are Duke Caleb Robinson and Maid Jessica Brown. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, representing Ra and Mott are Duke Caleb Robinson and Maid Jessica Brown. Set is the god of the desert and the patron of the pharaohs, particularly Ramses the Great. His job was to protect the dead on their journey to the afterlife. With him is his sister, companion, and goddess of moisture. Representing Set and Tefnut are Duke Ryan Glass and Maid Mary Louise Glass. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, representing Set and Tefnut, Duke Ryan Glass and Maid Mary Louise Glass. We now come to the god of air, who supported the sky. With him is the goddess of the sky and heavens, who also is associated with the sarcophagi because she protected the dead until they were reborn in the afterlife, kind of like me. Representing the god Shu and the goddess Nut are Duke Tommy Farrell and Maid Jordan Seal. Representing the god Shu and the goddess Newt are Duke Tommy Farrell and Maid Jordan Seal. Tommy, I don't think that's the new UPS uniform, is it? While still in the sky, we turn to the moon god and the goddess of love, beauty, and protector of women. Representing the god Kanzu and the goddess Hathor are Duke Tyler Tolson and Maid Jamie Likens. Once again, representing the god Kanzu and the goddess Hathor, Duke Tyler Tolson and Maid Jamie Likens. The gods controlled everything, and the god of wisdom, sacred text, and the master of knowledge is no different. Thoth was credited with creating the art of writing and inventing the calendar. With him, the goddess of truth, justice, balance, and order. Ma'at was charged with keeping the world in balance. Representing the god Thoth and the goddess Mot are Duke Eric Williams and Maid Megan Williams. Once again, representing the god Thoth and the goddess Mot, Duke Eric Williams and Maid Megan Williams. Next, we have the god whose breath was said to give life to everything at the beginning. He also was worshipped as the patron of craftspeople and architects, and he is credited with creating masonry. With him, the physical form of the feline, a demigod to the Egyptians who worshiped cats, who protected crops and kept disease down by hunting rodents. The feline was considered the goddess, Bastet, who was the protector of health and pleasure. Representing the god Tal and the goddess Bastet are Duke Tommy Parker and Maid Kelly Ryan Parker. Once again, representing the god Paul and the goddess Bastet, Duke Tommy Parker and Maid Kelly Ryan Parker. We're now moving into royalty with Osiris, a king of Egypt who married Isis. Set, the brother of Isis, was jealous and had Osiris trapped in a lead-lined box and thrown in the Nile. Isis found him and brought him back, angering Set, who hacked him up and scattered his pieces across Egypt. Isis gathered the pieces and bound him together, creating a mummy, neither dead nor alive. Although initially an obscure goddess, Isis came to fulfill a variety of roles, primarily as a wife and mother, mourner and magical healer. She was principal deity in rites for the dead and cured the sick. She also had strong links with the kinship and the pharaohs. Representing Osiris and Isis are Duke Joey Hamilton and Maid Ashley Seal. Once again, representing Osiris and Isis are Duke Joey Hamilton and Maid Ashley Seal, or as we like to call him, Speed Trap. Our final pair of gods are those who ruled the dead. Anubis was the Egyptian deity of cemeteries and embalming. Folks, I didn't write this script. As well as the protector of graves. Anubis played an important role in the journey to the afterlife, helping mummify Egyptians when they died. Anput is the female counterpart of her husband, Anubis. She was often depicted as a pregnant or nursing jackal, or as a jackal wielding knives. Representing Anubis and Anput are Duke Nate Sterrett and Maid Amanda Yarborough. Representing Anubis and Anput, Duke Nate Sterrett and Maid Amanda Yarborough. Ramses II, commonly known as Ramses the Great, is one of the most famous pharaohs of Egypt. He ruled for 68 years and built hundreds of buildings, monuments, and temples. Many historians consider his reign the pinnacle of Egyptian art and culture. Nefertiti was a queen of ancient Egypt, the great royal wife of Pharaoh Akhenaten. Nefertiti and her husband reigned at what was arguably the wealthiest period of ancient Egyptian history. Some believe Nefertiti ruled after her husband's death and before the ascension of Tutankhamun. Representing Ramses the Great and Queen Nefertiti are Duke Dr. Trace Favre and Maid Jennifer Johnson. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, representing Ramses the Great and Queen Nefertiti are Duke Dr. Trace Favre and Maid Jennifer Johnson. As we come to a close on our court, we come to perhaps one of the best-known rulers of Egypt, who sat on Pharaoh's throne for 9 years, and the princess who became his wife. Tutankhamun, known as King Tut, restored Egypt to the worship of many different deities, unlike his father, who worshipped one deity. Also known as the Boy King, Tut was crowned when he was 9 and died when he was 17. Ankhesenamun was the third of 6 known daughters of the Egyptian pharaoh Akhenaten and his great royal wife Nefertiti. She became the great royal wife of Tutankhamun. Representing King Tut and Princess Ankhesenamun are Duke Ryan McMahon and Maid Stephanie McMahon. Once again, representing King Tut and Princess Ankhesenamun, Duke Ryan McMahon and Maid Stephanie McMahon. The 2022-23 season was filled with lots of fun events for the Carnival Association and our royal couple. Now it's time to meet our Egyptian royalty, the King and Queen of Carnival. Ladies and gentlemen, their Royal Majesties, King Scott the 63rd, Mr. Michael Levins, and Queen Rosalie 2023, Miss Jenny Levins. Ladies and gentlemen, King Scott the 63rd, Michael Evans, Queen Rosalie 2023, Jenny Levens. Love you. At this time, King Scott the 62nd, Melvin Ray, will present his scepter to King Scott the 63rd, Michael Evans. Queen Rosalie 2022, Lynn Mulhern, will present the scepter to Queen Rosalie 23, Miss Jenny Levens. As our outgoing royalty leaves the floor for the final time, please join me in applauding them for a job well done. King Scott the 67th, Mr. Melvin Ray. Queen Rosalie 2022, Miss Lynn Mulhern. Big round of applause. King Scott the 62nd, Melvin Ray. Queen Rosalie 2022, Lynn Mulhern. Yes. Our royal pages to King Scott are Mr. Reed Levens and Miss Ella Kate Levens. Our royal pages to Queen Rosalie are Miss Aniston Brown and Miss Edith Williams. Yep. At this time, King Scott wishes to toast his queen. At this time, King Scott will toast his queen. You have met our royalty and the royal court. We now take a great pleasure in presenting to you the team captain who led the team and assisted the royal couple on the way to their thrones. The team captain for Team Levens, Miss Ashley Seal. At this time, King Scott, Michael Evans, wishes to honor, and as your names are called, please come to the front of the stage, please. His ball captain, Tara Melionis. His wife, Brianna Levens. His son, Reed Levens. His daughter, Ella Kate Levens. His father, King Scott the 33rd, Mr. Earl Levens. His mother, Cindy Levens. Cindy C. Levens. His grandmother-in-law, Miss Polly Holmes. his father-in-law, John Travelby, and his mother-in-law, Brenda Travelby. Folks, please come forward. Ladies and gentlemen, members of the family of King Scott the 63rd. And yes, Earl, you have to bow to your son. We got it on film, Michael. Thank you, members of Michael Evans' family. At this time, Queen Rosalie, Jenny Levens, wishes to honor her husband, Scott Brown, her son, Chandler Brown, her daughter, Aniston Brown, her father, Jerry Levens, her mother, Cindy Levens, and her grandmother, Queen Rosalie, 2003, Miss Mary Levens. Bringing his mommy some flowers. He's keeping the flowers. And ladies and gentlemen, please join me in wishing Miss Cindy Levens a very happy birthday tonight. We would also like to welcome our visiting royalty tonight for tonight's festivities. As I call your names, please come forward to accept a token of esteem from our Royal Majesty. Representing the St. Paul Carnival Association, King Christian the 92nd, John F. Dane, and Queen Christiana, 2022, Miss Kristen LaMarca May. Once again, representing the St. Paul Carnival Association, King Christian the 92nd, John F. Dane, and Queen Christiana, 2022, Kristen LaMarca May. Please come forward. I think they're making their way. I see them. Here we go. Big round of applause for the St. Paul Carnival Association. They work hard for the same goal here. Thank y'all for being here tonight. Congratulations on your year. Also from the crew of Hera, King Zeus the 35th, Dr. David Reeves, and his queen this year was Melinda Thibodeau. Dr. Reeves, please come forward. King Zeus the 35th, Dr. David Reeves. David once wasn't enough, you had to do it twice. And now, a very important announcement to make. We do have a visiting dignitary tonight. Mayor George Bass, thank you for everything that you've done for the Carnival Association in the city. If you would please come forward and accept a token from King Scott the 63rd and Queen Rosalie 2013. Once again, Mayor George Bass, we have a great relationship with the city. And as you've always done, George, you have to bow to Jenny. There you go. Now, I think we've all been waiting for this next announcement. I'm going to invite the team treasurer, Megan, to come forward, please. We're going to announce how much money Team Levens has made to benefit not only St. Vincent de Paul School, but other local charities. Megan, would you come forward, please? Megan, please come forward. I think I see you. Here we go. Big round of applause for our team treasurer. Hold on. Can I peek? Here we go. It's going to be a shock to me, folks.
It's going to be a shock to everyone. All right, I'm excited to report that Team Levens raised a total of $129,000.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus.
Congratulations, Queen, King, and Team.
Folks, the net after all expenses, $96,764.24. Unbelievable. I'll drink to that. Folks, that is absolutely amazing. Congratulations, Team Levens. And now, the Royal Proclamation of King Scott the 63rd, followed by the Grand Promenade. Whereas, through tremendous effort and attention to duty by maintaining your perspective for the interest and welfare of your organization, your community, and your common goal, you have successfully accomplished your aims. All of my loyal subjects are entitled to a reasonable, fitting reward. Now, therefore, I, King Scott 63rd, Michael Evans, King of Mardi Gras, do hereby direct and proclaim that this night we have merriment and dancing, joy and jubilation, peace and goodwill, and that it be a time of celebration of old acquaintances renewed and new friendships formed, as we look forward to the permanent goal of love, which the coming Lenten season prepares us as benefits our conscience. And I further command that all cares be cast aside for this evening, and that all of my loyal subjects raise their glasses high in a toast to seasons past, present, and future. This, the 10th day of February in the year of our Lord, 2023, Michael Evans, King Scott the 63rd. All hail King Scott! Ladies and gentlemen, we will now have our Grand Promenade. At this time, the dukes and maids of the royal court, members of the board of directors and committee chairs, wish to honor those among the loyal subjects who have displayed outstanding support for the candidates and the organization by calling them out for the first dance. As I call your name, please join the dukes and maids on the dance floor. Once again, as I call your names, please come forward. Our ball director, Maureen Sheets, calls out Randy Sheets. Our historian, Becky Berry, calls out Gary White. Our parliamentarian, Angie Johnson, calls out Clyde Shaker. Our secretary, Kelly Griffin, calls out Gary Griffin. Our treasurer, Billy Seal, calls out Lee Seal. Maid Jessica Brown calls out Mike Brown. Maid Mary Louise Glass calls out Dr. Harry McNeil Jr. Maid Jordan Seal calls out Bear Seal. Maid Jamie Likens calls out Jason Likens. Maid Megan Williams calls out Elvis Gates. Y'all have to move back. Maid Megan Williams calls out Elvis Gates. Maid Kelly Ryan Parker calls out Chris Boudreaux. Maid Ashley Seal calls out Tim McCaffrey. Maid Amanda Yarborough calls out Dr. David Reeves. Maid Jennifer Johnson calls out Earl Levins. Maid Stephanie McMahon calls out Bobby Bates. Duke Caleb Robinson calls out Pat Brown. Duke Ryan Glass calls out Mary Ann Becknell. Duke Tommy Farrell calls out Jennifer Glenn. Duke Tyler Tolson calls out Cindy C. Levins. Duke Eric Williams calls out Margaret Levins. Duke Tommy Parker calls out Kiana Levins. Duke Joey Hamilton calls out Taylor Hamilton. Duke Nate Sterrick calls out Anna Pickens. Duke Dr. Trace Favre calls out Dr. Haley Favre. And Duke Ryan McMahon calls out Jackie Bates. And I, as president, will call out Tanya Kane. And our ball captain will call out Mr. Peter Melionis. Our ball captain, Ms. Tara Melionis, will call out Peter Melionis. Thank you, and a big round of applause for our call-outs. Court members, if you would, please come back to the stage front. Court members, please come back to stage front. Everyone else, please clear the dance floor. Ladies and gentlemen and honored guests, our tableau is concluded, and our royalty, King Scott the 63rd, Michael Evans, and Queen Rosalie, Jenny Levins, will now begin the ball by leading off the first official dance. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, our royal couple will now lead off the first official dance. And then our court will join them. Big round of applause. King Scott the 63rd, Michael Evans, and his queen, Jenny Levens. All right, court members, y'all go join them. Get out on the dance floor, court. Folks, they were a fantastic team this year. Mr. Kenny Triplett, if you would come to the stage.